Heyo, here we go. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, and I got a lot to do, so let's get to work. Welcome to another Precious Juggalos live stream. I am Shovel here in the Juggalo dungeon. Whoop whoop to all y'all. Whoop whoop to JR and Jimmy, of course, because they're already here, ready to go, chomping at the bit yet again for another day of painting and shenanigans with Shovel. So here we go. Let's get back to it. We, of course, are getting back to work on the Juggalo Cherubs version 2.0. Obviously, we already started laying some black in, so we're ready to lay some more black in. That's the idea. But first, let me move the mouse out of the way, because that's not supposed to be in the shot. And let's get to drinking today's flavor. We're going to go with another classic cotton candy, boys. Oh, yeah. You don't have to worry about not having fizz when it comes to a aluminum can. That's one upside for sure. The plastic bottles, they can be troublesome. Somebody should probably mute his phone. I don't know who that would be down here all by himself. It's probably JR. Let me just adjust that. All right. The Juggalo juice. The Juggalo juice is poured. The Faygo, that is. The can is deposited into the mountain of empty Faygos just off screen. Let's take a Faygo break and take a big gulp. Man, it's I think it's been over a week since I had a cotton candy, and I tell you what, it's still really, really good. Let's shake up some paint, and let's get painting. I don't know if you guys saw my... Yeah, that's right, JR. What dungeon would be complete without a pile of empty Faygos? Boy, I do have a pile. I had to actually... I was just going to say, if you didn't see any of the videos or pictures I posted from the weekend, I got a ton of new Precious Moments pieces in. So I had to do a whole lot of moving of things in my tiny little space here in the dungeon. And that also meant cleaning up all these empties. Excuse me, because there were a lot of them. All right, let's pick a paintbrush. How about this guy? He feels like he wants to paint today. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's see, I'm going to swap these two. So I'm less likely to stick my brush in my Faygo. But you know what? Before I do, how about another Faygo break? Oh yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So here we go. Time to paint. Shut up and paint. Still working on Violent J, obviously, on the right-hand side here. This cherub. I also got quite a few followers, new followers this weekend. So we might get some new blood in here today, fellas. So put your best whoop whoops on. Get ready for some company. Get your wrenches ready too. 'Cause you never know. You might have to flex them. JR, speaking of, just before I started, I did check on your package, and it's going UPS, so it's a drop-off at Walgreens. It got dropped off, like, I don't know, my wife, I think, dropped it off at like 10 a.m. UPS still has not picked it up, so it doesn't have an ETA yet, because it's not technically moving yet. So that's lame. But it definitely got dropped off. Look at that, Jimmy. Locked and loaded with a link to the Juggalo Discord server if you're interested. Just a little Discord server full of Juggalos, Juggalo adjacents, or Juggalo curious. If you're on Discord and you consider yourself a Juggalo, or just intrigued by the Juggalo culture, hit that link, join the server, and come hang out. I'm part of it. Jimmy's part of it. JR's part of it. You could be part of it too. Lots of good people in there. And JR has the band hammer locked and loaded. He doesn't take his wrench lightly, folks. I had to use mine the other night for Wiggles. It was weird. I didn't think I'd ever have to be that guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Talking and getting excited. Putting paint where I don't want paint, boys. But somehow I think I might be able to recover. So if you are new, if you're one of the quiet creeps in the background, and I use that term affectionately, welcome in. This is what I do. I sit here and I paint. And I used to do it all by myself, all lonely and creeped out in my Juggalo dungeon. And then I thought, you know what? Why don't I just turn a camera on? And so I did. And then one day, somebody started watching. And then another, and then another, and then another. Now we've got ourselves a pretty nice little beach community here, folks. We do love our creeps in here, JR. Absolutely love them. One of them might be one of my favorite creeps from the United Kingdom right now. Or that one of my favorite firefighters, Mr. David Hyatt. Perfectly acceptable as a creep, for sure. So I'm getting to the point here where we're gonna start going out on the cheek, and the exact same thought I had the last time I painted one of these was, oh dang, those cheeks squish together and it screws up the proportions. And the other time I had the faces flip-flopped, and somehow that kind of worked for me. So now I got to figure out how to do it with Violent J on this side instead. Heh. Heh heh heh. So we're just going to do something here. Call it an exploratory paint. Just kind of see what it looks like. It's the only way I can wrap my head around something is if I can see something. I also cut together a video of painting the other Juggalo Cherub. It was 15 hours long. I cut it down to 12 minutes of rapid time lapse. And you know what I learned from 15 hours of video? Is this thing is so honkin' big that quite often it's just not even in frame because I've got to turn it so many weird ways to try to work with it. Which made editing easy, because then you just cut that whole 30-minute block out. I can only imagine how lame the live stream is, though, when you're looking at this view. Can't actually see what I'm doing. Joke's on you, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh, boys. I think we're onto something here. I think we're onto something. Maybe. Let's not get too excited. Let's calm down. Calm it down, Shovel. We gotta see what the other half looks like first. Okay. That's the other thing from the video. This thing, trying to cut it together, and it was constantly, this thing is just all over the table like this. Trying to get a shots that fit together. Ultimately, I just had to tell myself, you know what? Nobody really cares as long as they can get the basic idea of, oh, there was no black, now there is black. Jimmy, is that the link to the video I'm talking about? If it is, God bless you, Jimmy Casino. You are the man, man. This is why I love you guys. It's not even that you're reading my mind, because I wasn't even thinking about that. You're just like 5 steps ahead of me. Making me look good. Uh-oh. But not to worry. I'll just keep screwing things up. Jimmy's making us look good, and I'm just making us look stupid every time I make a mistake over here. But, you know, so it goes. So, in other big news today, I bought a second camera sometime as early as the end of this week. In this little box here, instead of this weird banner, you'll be looking at my sweet, sweet mug while I paint. So when I look up and talk, I won't be Jim from The Office anymore, where I'm just looking for the camera constantly. I don't know who to talk to. You'll actually watch me talk to you, and that'll be nice. Or it won't. I don't know. We will find out. I like to think it'll make for a more compelling stream. Now it's coming together. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at it? It's the first thing I'd do. Are there any Ed Bassmaster fans in the crowd? I once bought a cameo from Ed Bassmaster for a buddy of mine. When I left a job, I had him record a video. Now, see, the thing is, I won't have to be making faces. I make stupid when I'm wrestling this thing, JR, I'm telling you, I contort my face and screw my face all up because I'm struggling to figure out how to work with things. Yeah, Ed Bassmaster. Would you look at it? Yeah, he is hilarious. Alright. One sec, I'm thinking. I'm thinking again. Yeah. Ooh. I just performed that brushstroke with a bit of bravery I didn't know I had. So I knew what I was doing. Boys, I'm starting to think I'm getting the hang of doing all this Juggalo face painting. It's like becoming instinct at this point. Instinctual Juggalo face painting. Gonna add that to my resume. That'll get me that big corporate job I've been looking for. Yeah, that's the pinky, Jimmy. I keep trying to tell Wiggles he won't listen to me. It's all about that pinky. The pinky rest. And now I'm using my finger, too. Stabilize that brush, boys. And ladies. Never know, one of you creeps might be a lady. I don't know. Oh. I missed a That's What She Said. Come on, dude. It was the finger thing, wasn't it? Yeah. That is a That's What She Said. All right. I think we're going to go a little thicker. I think I did a thinner, lighter, daintier brow paint on the previous one. This time, I think we're going to go a little more aggressive, a little thicker. And my paintbrush is getting messy. We're going to have to take a pause and clean it. And while we do, I might have to take a Juggalo break. Or a Juggalo juice. Fago break. Oh, Silver Stasher. I know. Hey, Wiggles in the house. Silver, I've been really thinking about it. Really debating going to get to the gathering and bringing my junk. And selling it on the side of the... Oh, I don't have a paper towel. Hold on. I did not have my tools properly prepared. But yeah, JR is... he's already promising me the best spot in the entire venue, from what I understand. He's guaranteeing 100% sales. Ooh, that's that cotton candy. Ooh, speaking of, cheers. Oh, I still need to add a GIF for the Fago break or something active on the screen for it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So all the prime real estate's selling out is what you're saying? Well? Well, that's more just about where I would lay my head, more or less, right, JR? Basically. Because otherwise, I could still set up a table in your vicinity and just sleep elsewhere. right? Basically. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I had it twisted. Okay, I got you. See, the thing is, I feel like I need to build up my stock, too. Which, I kind of primed for that right now with the big buyout I did over the weekend. I'm literally sitting by a hill of Precious Moments figurines next to me. I was actually trying to work on a... I did a little unboxing live stream over the weekend, unplanned and unannounced. And I actually did it just because I wanted to unbox everything for a thumbnail anyway. And so I went ahead and turned on the camera while I was doing it, and then I figured, you know what? Once this is done, I'll just edit down the video and do a time lapse, and you can watch me unbox 50 Precious Moments figurines in rapid succession. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start painting a lot faster. Shut up and paint. Do a trick, kid. Speaking of, I almost rolled down my window and said that to some skater kids I saw the other day. Then I thought, I don't know if they know what that's about. I didn't want to tick off some kids. Or maybe they would know what I was talking about. Then they would expect that I was some kind of a pro or something, and I am definitely not that. Wiggles, if I go set up a table, you are obviously welcome at the table. You'll have to steal one of the little plastic things that you put down on the conveyor belt at the grocery store so that people know whose is what's, and put it between our stuff. Did I tell you guys I got another doll, by the way? He's naked. But, he was a groom. I've got his suit. It's over on the floor over here. So I plan on turning his satin suit pants into track pants. And then I want to do a Old English Juggalo over the belly like this. And then maybe like a bigger hatchet man in his belly. And then cut the sleeves off his suit jacket and turn it into like a satin vest. Obviously paint the face too, but yeah, so that'll be happening. And while we're on the topic of doll buttholes, there you go. Good, Wiggles. If anyone is wondering who is Wiggles that I'm talking to, Casual Aquatics. Oh, 1 second. Concentrating. See, if I had that second camera, you could see the weird face I was just making. Casual Aquatics goes by Wiggles. Now Jimmy wants in? Shoot, JR, we can just start selling tickets for my table. That is another thing I hope to do. Just the mod thing made me think of it. If I do end up going to the gathering, then I would like to go ahead and do another hour-long live stream out there. It'd probably just be over my phone. Not, obviously not like a massive setup or anything. But I think that'd be fun. Anyway, moving on. I really got to get this thing done. Let's see. Actually, let me clean my brush. I yammered on for so long, the paint got dry in my brush, and that will make it not so good. Yeah, there you go, Jimmy. Dropping the links like a champ. Wiggles has a couple of different channels on YouTube. He's got Casual Aquatics, where he talks about aquariums and fish and water-based pets, I guess is how you could say it. Some Juggalo content there as well. He's currently building up a separate Juggalo channel, the Dreadlock Juggalo. And then he also has Casual Reptiles. And I don't know if you can use your powers of deduction, but that channel has something to do with reptiles. Aquatics. Okay, yeah. But I didn't want to say aquatics again because it's already in the. Anyway, shut up and paint. All right, 1 second. I'm trying to get this lined up here. Hydroponics. Something tells me JR might be a little familiar with some hydroponics. You know, for tomatoes and whatnot. Oof. This is the awkward corner again. Oh. I don't even know how to get my... Oh, being right-handed is not helpful in this singular moment. So you try to get it lined up here, starting there. Yep. Yep. What a champ. What a champ. Oh. Hold on. That little hair curl gets right in the way, doesn't it? Only the finest tomatoes. Yeah. Speaking of really, really good tomatoes and tomato storage, one of the things I got in my big Precious Moments buyout is a weird ceramic treasure chest thing. It screams stash box, just FYI. I will be painting that. So if you need a spot for your tomatoes, they'd have to be cherry tomatoes. You could probably fit 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes in there. But, you know, if you want a real cool spot for your high-grade hydroponic tomatoes, I got something for you. Mom, what's he talking about? Tomatoes, kid. Tomatoes. Is there water on my brush? Is that the problem? Hey! Hello, Beck. Welcome from the world of Reddit. Nice to have you here, and thank you for the compliment. Welcome in. Take your shoes off, throw your feet up, and watch me do my thing. Whoop, whoop. You know what? While we're taking a little break, I'll take a little Faygo break. Oh, yeah. Faygo cotton candy, if you're wondering at home, if you're keeping score. That is the flavor of the day. And it is definitely hitting the spot. I'm all hopped up on cotton candy Faygo. Yes, the tomato paste, but you still need the tomatoes for it. And you still might need a storage device for your paste. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. Shut up and paint. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh. We gotta go with a smaller brush. Who am I kidding? What a nut. What an absolute wild man with my fat wide brush in this situation. Come on, shovel. Ain't you ever painted a two-faced Juggalo cherub before? The fact is I have. And Casual Aquatics Wiggles himself owns it. It's up on his wall right now. And I would proudly say it's one of the greatest things I've ever painted in my life. It set a pretty high standard, so I hope this one stands up to it. There you go. Now JR's earning his wrench. Getting those links in the chat. Oh gosh. Oh, don't look at what I've done. Don't judge me by what I've done here today. This is not the standard of Precious Juggalos. This is chaos paint. From a man hopped up on Faygo. It's alright though, because it's a first pass. I talk about that quite often. It's just a first pass. This is a first pass of the black for our Violent J there. We'll take another crack at it after it's all dry, probably tomorrow. Not that I'm done. I still got 30 minutes in the stream. But what I can do is move on to the left face here. Shaggy 2 Dope. What the heck happened? Something touched my white. Oh, hey, Wiggles. Wiggles, are you here? So we've got the same paint, you and I, right? I saw it on your table. So watch. This is what I do. I open the cap after I shake it. There's a lot of white paint in the cap right there. I put the paint aside. And I use the paint that's in the cap. I don't squish it out. I don't put it in anything. I just dip it right out of the cap, and then I don't have to worry about putting paint back in the bottle, because it never technically left the bottle. That's a shovel top tip for the day. Just use your cap for your dippins, for your paint receptacle. Silly Billy. You already spent $5 on the bottle. You don't need to spend $5 on a paint holder. I will say that the ashtray idea, though, I do like that a lot. And I'm just looking at the Shaggy 2 Dope face here. I feel like I must have been tired when I decided I was done painting white on this. Because it looks like it's short a coat. Like an 8-year-old during wintertime. Put your coat on, kid. Yeah, I've heard that too, David. I do what works for me. Because I don't usually use a ton of paint. And I've talked before about how this is like a medicine cup. I mean, it's bigger. I don't know. But anyway, I used to use this to hold water before I got my cool water cup thing. So now I just flip it over, and whenever I paint color, this is my palette. Because I usually just do one drop of any color at any given time. And this was free, because I stole it from the kitchen. My wife wasn't too happy after she realized where it had gone, but, you know, she's okay now. Okay, that's good enough. So for a brush holder, Wiggles, I think I've shown this before. This is a commemorative mug that they handed out to at my high school after winter royalty one year. This is my my brush holder. I put my brushes in here. Basically, as long as your brushes aren't face down, then you're good. So that's how I handle my brushes. But if you're painting in a spot that is like a shared use space, then you probably do want to put your brushes like away. I have the privilege of having like this whole space here nobody else touches. So I can leave. If I walk away with this here, I know it's not going to get messed up. So not everybody's gets lucky with having enough space for stuff like that. But I did, so I'm taking advantage. Anywho, back in the day, when I was taking art classes, I used to use a lunchbox, like a plastic lunchbox. Mine was from the movie Dragonheart. I don't know if you remember that one. Yeah. What's his face? The guy that played James Bond, the Scotsman. Why can't I think of his name? Fago break. Man, I can't think of his name. Anyway, he voiced the dragon. That movie flopped, but they made lunch boxes. I had a purple one. Held my brushes and tools. In fact, I probably still have that somewhere. Sean Connery, thank you, Beck. Yes. Sean Connery, and Jimmy, and JR. Yes, good job, class. Everybody gets a gold star. Good job, everyone. Okay, for real now. Doing the black for Shaggy 2 Dope. The left cherub face. Yeah. Beck is excited about the gold star. So fun fact, Beck, if I would have had a son, that would have been the name of my firstborn son, Beck. But I had 3 girls. JR, I do not know the answer to that question. In fact, I don't even know how to... I don't know what kind of metrics to use for that. Oh, well, there you go, Beck. Congratulations. I am the product of a teacher. My dad's a retired teacher. Might be the reason why I never finished college. I went quite a bit. Never finished. All I had to show for it was crippling debt. Yeehaw! Okay. Ah, thanks, Beck. Ah, dang it. Oh, Wiggles, this brush is trash. I should stop using it. The point is all just cattywampus, flailed out like a fat cat on a summer day. In fact, let me just, we'll stick it in the timeout cup off to the side of my desk. Switch brushes. Nope, I don't like the looks of that one either. He looked at me funny as soon as I picked him up. Let's see. Go with a 0. Why don't you ditch the 0 and get with a hero? Who can tell me who said that in a movie and what movie? Anybody got that one? Hey, why don't you ditch the 0 and get with the hero? Anybody? I'll give you 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I will reveal the answer. And no Googling. No Googling, not allowed. You either know it or you don't. Ah, come on, Wiggles. Oh, Jimmy doesn't know. I was actually holding some hope for you, Jimmy. JR, you got any ideas? You got 1 minute. JR doesn't know either. Well, it was said by a guy I share birthdays with, also my first concert I ever saw live. That would be the one and only Rob Van Winkle, a.k.a. Vanilla Ice, in his movie Cool as Ice. Bam! Suck it, boys. I know all the things. Me and Rob, we go way back. I guess the next question is, has anyone here seen Cool as Ice? Holes. Yeah, not Corey Feldman, Jimmy, but I have seen him in concert as well. And it's a trip. It's a trip. It's a definite. It's a life-changing event. And you know, it's strange. I would consider myself a Corey Feldman fan. I've been in panels of his in conventions. I only saw him live once, but I've kind of tracked him through the years. The guy wants to be so good, so hard. Like he tries real hard, and he really thinks he is like achieving it. And that's really all that matters. Like he's really stoked with what he does. Some people make fun of it. Some people dog it, trash it. Some people go to his shows to laugh at him, I'm somewhere in between. Like, I dig that he really digs what he's doing as an artist. But it also, he pushes so hard that the failures are just, I'm sure some of you have seen them. Like when he knocked his tooth out on stage, live on stage with a microphone. I don't know. It's a phenomenon, for sure. Really, Jimmy, buckle up, dude. It's interesting, and I saw it when it was when he toured with his Angels, the all-female band that I'm sure they probably want to be really good at what they do, but they all seem like they just started going to School of Rock and maybe only had like 3 lessons for their instruments. But they were all like trying real hard, so that that was cool. It just didn't come out great. And boy, do I know about that. I wondered if he went to the Gathering, because it does seem like something he would do. Also, if you've never heard, he did a track with Bloodhound Gang as Rob Van Winkle, his given name. Dude, that track, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a really, really sick track. And what he put down for it is pretty rad. I like it a lot. It's kind of... I don't know, different from the typical Bloodhound Gang stuff, but also really good. Like it's a jammer for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wiggles. He is definitely living his best life. Yeah, and Jimmy, you are correct. Corey does. Yeah. It's especially the beat. Like he gets very focused on, well, as you should be, focused on the beat. So he'll start stomping on the floor to the beat to try to get the drums or bass or guitar, whoever's off, and he'll start staring at him and start like I don't know, it's a whole thing. It's all part of the show. Vanilla Ice is blowing up again? Huh. I mean, I can't remember the name of that first album, but I always liked it. Like there were some, I mean, obviously there were like the 2 singles off of it, maybe 3, but I could listen to it as a complete album. It was pretty good. Yeah, so when I saw him live, I think it was about 2001 in Lawrence, Kansas, at a cool like college bar, and it was right before that rap metal album he put out that was just god awful. Also had some weird like reggae vibes to it, but the tour I saw him on, he was still playing his first album stuff and Ninja Rap, which Ninja Rap absolutely destroys. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Get all distracted talking about weird things. It's 5:20. I've got 10 minutes. Let's think about what we can do here. We can at least do some work around his mouth. Silver, I have been... Actually, it came up in a Facebook memory the other day. It was two years ago? That doesn't seem like long enough ago. Maybe it was 4? No, yeah, definitely 2 years ago. So, during COVID, all that weirdness, I started painting miniatures, started building models. And then I think my wife just bought some, like, I'd seen a post on Twitter or whatever of somebody that had repainted a nativity scene with Juggalo faces. And I thought that's pretty good, but it was kind of low rent, the painting they had done. And I'm not to trash them, because I'm not a great artist. I don't know. But anyway, I saw that and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try that. So my wife went out and bought me some ceramic figurines, and actually posted the first one I ever painted on the Discord server that's been in the chat. And I still have him. I'll keep him forever. But, during COVID, everything got a little weird, and I just needed something I was kind of working through some things and needed to have something in my life that was fun and funny and creative. And every time I painted one of these, it just made me laugh and smile and just enjoy myself. And so I painted a few, and some of my friends liked them and bought them, so I painted a few more, and Now I've got a shop, and I've got a channel, and all that weird stuff. So yeah, it started as just a one-off hobby, and it's turned into this, which I'm here for, because have always said from the very beginning, I have no problem doing this as long as it's still fun, and as long as it still makes me laugh, and it still does. I mean, look at this guy. Yeah, so it's a good time, and it's good for my mental health. So I'll keep doing it. As soon as it starts to feel like a chore, and that's kind of the rub of it. I want to sell them, and I want to be able to push myself a little further and a little harder. But I don't want to make it where it's I feel like I am pressured into painting, because then that ruins the fun. So anyway, good question, awkward answer, because that's how I roll. Well, actually, yeah, Silver, that is definitely a thing. It's not even just the Juggalo aspect of this. That's why I say I want to be the Juggalo Bob Ross. I just want this channel to be a spot where people can just hang out and just take it easy. Maybe laugh about things, talk through some things like Corey Feldman. That's obviously a topic. And meanwhile, watch me do my weirdness. So yeah, glad you found me, and glad you're here. And hopefully it stays fun for you as well. And if it doesn't, boys, y'all listen to me right now. If I seem to lose my soul at any point and this becomes like not cool, please tell me, because I don't want to be that guy. JR, dropping the link to my shop. If you click on that link right there, it'll take you to my shop, which has picked up. You'll see some sold out items because all of a sudden I'm selling, and it feels good. It feels real good because it was getting a little hairy for a minute. Yeah, David will knock me down a peg. Yeah, I can count on that. So yeah. If you want to go look at the weird stuff I paint, it's all, everything is Juggalo painted. But somebody actually brought up an idea today that I actually am really vibing on right now. Turning Precious Moments into Garbage Pail Kids. I think I'm going to have to work on that. I like that idea a lot. So, and I don't think there's anybody here that would like jump ship if I paint a Garbage Pail Kid instead of a Juggalo, right? Like I think we can all enjoy that too, right? Because I love Garbage Pail Kids. And that's kind of why Garbage Pail Kids were created. It was like the horror version of Precious Moments and Cabbage Patch Kids and all that stuff. So it'd be nice to turn the tables. So you might see that come up, and that really I kind of want to do that just because with this I'm really only painting in black and white. With that, obviously it'd be like full color, full figure painting, sculpting would have to be involved. So that's exciting. Like I'm not bored with this. I love this. But it's just something new and different to keep things fresh and keep my brain engaged. So yeah, that might be a thing in the near future. All right, it is 5:27. I got one more load of black in this paintbrush. Awkward sentence. That's how I do. Heavy on the awkward. So let me get the paint out of this brush, empty it out, and we'll start doing our closing of the stream. So first thing I like to do is send shout outs to everybody that was in the chat, as is becoming pretty normal at this point. JR and Jimmy, right out the gate, were up in the chat. Then I think David jumped in, and then I think it was Silver, then I think it was Wiggles, then I think it was Beck. Whoop whoop to all y'all. Thanks for being here again. Like I said, we really when I started doing this and it was just me talking to myself, there were definitely moments where it was like, man, I don't know. Like the first week, I literally had told myself, if this doesn't pick up, I don't know that I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm glad Wiggles found me. That he was one of the first ones and kept coming back. So it's really turned into something. Like, I really enjoy this. I look forward to this every day, just being here with y'all. So whoop whoop, y'all. I'll be back again tomorrow. I stream every Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Everyone is welcome. There have been links in the chat to a Discord server for Juggalos. If you're interested in Juggalo stuff, if you're curious about Juggalo stuff, click on that link. This is one thing I've noticed I do a lot when I'm editing videos. I get fidgety in the corner of the camera, and I don't like it. It looks bad. So I got to work on not doing that. So let me sit on my hands while I keep talking. Click on that link, go to the server, join the server if you'd like. Hang out with most of the people in this chat right now are on that server. And we talk about all kinds of things and help each other deal with things as well. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. One of you found me from Reddit. yeah, I'm also on Twitter, but I don't really care about Twitter. It just all kind of gets to be too much. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Also, a link to my shop. Go check that out. I've got a lot of things to pick from over there. Feel like I'm forgetting something, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Hit the like button. Subscribe as well, if you could. This channel's really starting to get a good head of steam going on it, and I'm all for it. It gets me all jazzed up. Really excited for things. So yeah, like and subscribe, do all that stuff. And join me back here again tomorrow. Whoop whoop, y'all. Love y'all. And be good to each other. I'll see ya tomorrow. Bye.